Hello, thank you for joining with me. We are reading A Course in Miracles in the Workbook for Students, Part 1 of the Workbook, Lesson 211. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Review of Lesson 191. I am the Holy Son of God Himself. In silence and in true humility, I seek God's glory, to behold it in the Son whom He created as myself. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. And now I am reading the review by Alan Watson. Commentary. To seek the glory of God in myself, that sounds a little pretentious. Yet the lesson says we seek this glory in true humility. Naturally, the Course is speaking of the self and not myself. This does not refer, however, to the self which the world speaks. When someone says the glory of God is in me, or I am the Son of God Himself, it makes a very big difference what me is being spoken of. If it is the self that we believe exists separate from the billions of other selves in this world, we are not speaking the truth. We are being pretentious. If it refers to the self, capital S, that is shared by all those billions, the self, capital S, of which my little consciousness is just one fragment, it is the truth that sets us free. And this is why I read the lessons, the text, as a read with me, because you need to see what's capitalized. It totally changes the interpretation of the word, your perception of the word. I did the lessons for a year on my face, but recording my face, but honestly, it's hard to interpret the words if you can't see. The glory of God does not reside in the little self, but it does reside in the self. And beholding that glory in the Son whom He created as myself does not lead to delusions of grandeur, but to true grandeur, a grandeur that is instantly perceived as shared with all living things. There can be no setting of myself above any others, God bless you, for the glory in them is my own. These final review lessons before Part 2 of the workbook refer a lot to things like silence and beholding the glory of God. In these times of practice, let us seek to open ourselves to that kind of experience, to a seeing that is not of the eyes, to an awareness of the reality of ourself, God's Son. Let my little thoughts be silent, and let me hear the voice for God speaking within me, speaking to myself of myself, wooing me back into harmony with that vastness of being to which I belong, gathering together the seeming fragments of the sonship into one harmonious whole. I am indeed still as God created me. Not just a body, not bound by the body, not characterized by the body, but free of all limits, safe and healed and whole. I am that which God created, the Holy Son of God Himself. Thank you for joining with me for Lesson 211. I am not a body, I am free, for I am still as God created me. Review of Lesson 191.